Hi, church family. Pastor Mark here. I'm really excited about our Wednesday night equipping series that's coming up. I'm going to be doing one on evangelism. Now, normally when you hear that word, several things pop into your mind. Number one, extreme guilt, because most Christians feel like they're not evangelizing. Secondly, oh no, not only guilt, but I've heard it all before. I know I'm supposed to share the gospel. Well, let me encourage you. We're going to be taking a unique approach, I think, on evangelism. I'm going to be walking you through the book of Philippians and talking about how to have spiritual children in the faith, just like the Apostle Paul did, how to be effectual in your witness, shining as lights in the world, and hopefully helping you to share the gospel and see where God is already at work. So join me on Wednesday nights. We'll be in the fellowship hall. Looking forward to seeing you there.
Hey, church family, Pastor Brady here. Hey, I'm so excited for our next offering of equipping classes on Wednesday night. So the next equipping class that I will be teaching is how to show biblical hospitality. Now, when you think of the word hospitality, you may think of fancy dinner parties or dinner etiquette or even worse, doilies. And I can promise you we're not going to talk about any of those things. And so biblical hospitality is essentially being intentional with your life and your home to welcome people around you, whether they're Christians or non-Christians. And so Romans 15:7 says, welcome one another as Christ has welcomed you. And so Christ is our example of how to show hospitality to others. And so in this class, we're going to practically examine and discuss what does that look like to turn our homes into weapons for the gospel, where people get a foretaste of the kingdom of heaven when they're over in our presence or in our homes. And so that's what we're going to learn about. If that sounds like interesting to you, I hope you'll join me on March 20th. We'll see you there.
Hey, church family, Pastor Brandon here in the choir room, hoping and praying that you will consider joining me on Wednesday nights for my equipping class, How to Pray. What we will be doing is taking Jesus' model for praying, the Lord's Prayer as we all know it, walking through that systematically to see what it means to pray like Jesus prayed. Things like, our Father who art in heaven. What does it mean to pray to God as our Father? And how do we relate to Him as Father through prayer and the various aspects of that? And then we're going to take some time together to actually implement that into our own lives, to pray together in groups over specific matters that are going on in the life of our church. Because without application, it really is just knowledge. And then finally, we'll take some time to ask questions and answer those questions that you might have a little discussion. So it'll be a great interactive way to truly put prayer into practice. I hope to see you there on March 20th, right here in the choir room at 5:45.